Can I test just to make sure that you can hear me? Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you sound good.
Thank you so much.
Hey team. Looks like we are at that point in the day. I'm gonna go ahead and give just a few minutes just to make sure that we make quorum. And I will start when it looks like we're ready to begin. We can make quorum. All right, thanks, gang. And I think that is quorum for us. Let me do a quick roll call to make sure that we have everyone. So starting with the city of Tucson.
Here.
City of South Tucson. Town of Marana.
Here.
Town of Oro Valley.
Here.
Town of Sajorita. Pima County.
Here.
Pasco Yaqui tribe. I thought I saw
Irma is here.
Irma is here. Irma, if you could go ahead and accept the panelist invitation, it'd be much appreciated.
Got it.
Thank you. Tohono Nation. I thought I saw Patricia. Patricia, we didn't hear you if you unmuted yourself. Can you just give me a hand, a raised hand, just to show? Okay, awesome. All right, I think that just about does it. Did I miss anyone? No, I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order at 2:02 p.m., December the 14th. We'll go ahead and get started with the in-kind form piece. Regional planning efforts are enhanced by recording time donated by attendees, volunteers, and participants. PAG collects data on the time dedicated to meetings and activities to apply for use as matching funds for grants and federal dollars. If you are paid with federal dollars, please let us know now. All right, seeing none, we're going to go ahead and move on to agenda item 3, the presentation of the proposed FY 25-29 FTA 5307 and 5309 and STBG Flex Transit Funding Programming. As we mentioned in the email earlier yesterday, we have a constrained model. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Adam Ledford to go ahead and walk us through that constrained sheet.
All right, thank you, Rio. Thanks everybody for being here today. Third time's the charm. Let's do this thing. I'm going to go ahead and share screen. Hopefully everybody can see the fiscal year 24 through 29 transit tip list in an Excel or in a PDF at this point.
Yep, we can see it.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, well, I have great news, everyone. As you heard in Rio's meeting or Rio's email yesterday, thank you to jurisdictions for resubmitting your project list. We are constrained. So everybody's requests were able to be put in, and we are balanced to the 5307, which is typically the one that needs to be brought within balance. So congratulations. First of all, this is great. We anticipate little debate since everybody's submissions were in, and there's no real wiggle room because we have hit our fiscal constraint. But I guess if anybody has anything that they'd like to comment on, this is the time to do so.
Any questions for Adam or myself regarding the sheet you see in front of you? Anything we need to go over for folks who were here the first time around? Hopefully we've been through this rigmarole enough times to for this to be old hat.
One thing I'll mention is last year the worksheet was worked on in the transit working group, and then the local match was plugged in afterwards. That is hopefully our plan to do as well. So, and when we seek a motion today, it would be to recommend for approval this worksheet as it exists with the required FTA match amounts, and that way that covers whatever individual jurisdictions want to do as far as the local match. Will default to 20% if no one else tells me what they're trying to do.
Any question on local match? I'm not seeing any hands. I'm not seeing any microphones turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that ends the discussion period on this item. I'll go ahead and now take a motion to approve for recommendation the fiscal year 24 to 29 transit tip project as shown.
Sorry, one small point. We need to recommend for approval.
Recommend for approval. My apologies. I'll take a motion.
This is Rhett Crowninshield from the City of Tucson. I motion to move forward with our proposal.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second Jonathan from Pima County.
All right.
If I may, Rio.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Sorry, I should have raised my hand. Sorry. I thought I heard you say FY24. Maybe it was just me, but just to clarify, you're talking about fiscal years 25 through 29, correct? As part of the motion?
That's
Okay.
correct. That's
Okay,
correct.
thank you.
Apologies.
That was
Yeah.
my apologies. I did absolutely say fiscal year 24. That's a small typo that I'll get rectified on the worksheet.
All right. Awesome. I have a motion on the floor with a second. I'm gonna go ahead and see if there are any opposed just off the top. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and ask that we vote by what's the term? We'll go ahead and do a roll call vote, just make sure. Okay. City of Tucson,
Yay.
City of South Tucson. Oh, not present. Town of Marana,
Aye.
Town of Sa Juanita, Town of Oro Valley,
Yay.
Pima County,
Aye.
Pasco Yaqui Tribe,
Yes.
Tohono O'odham Nation. Okay, I see a hand from Patricia. All right. Any nays? All right, we're good. Let's move on to agenda item 4. Presentation on the proposed FY 25-29 tip transit project list. We'll go ahead and again turn it over to Adam Ledford, who's going to take us through the worksheet for that one as well.
All right, while I'm sharing screen, I'll also give my apologies again for one more typo. This is the RTA tip projections for fiscal year 24 through 26. We just had 25 through 29 on the agenda item. And And let's get that up and rolling here. Thanks to everybody for raising the questions in our first meeting and for reaching out after the fact. Just a reminder, this is merely a budgeting exercise to reflect that appreciation is real. In the past, what's happened is they've taken the most current fiscal year that we had available dollars from and applied a generic 3% modifier to allow for inflation. That is the nature of this exercise as well. There is no intent to change the scope, scale, or purpose of any of these projects. And so hopefully everyone's had enough time to review this. I know we did get some questions from jurisdictions. Again, thank you so much for those, and happy to field any questions on this agenda item as well.
All right, I'll take any questions for Adam for this tip worksheet. All right. Seeing and hearing none, I'm going to expect that everyone is up to date on what this what this workbook is, and we'll go ahead and I'll seek a vote for to approve a recommendation for this to proceed.
Hey, Rio, this is Mike, Oro Valley.
Hi.
In fiscal year 24 right now.
Mhm.
So we're going to vote on a budget for 24 in the year that we're in.
Adam, could you pull that back up? Sorry, and could you go ahead and walk us through that? So sorry.
Sure. So in broad strokes, the original intent was to be working on the 24 through 28 tip, and this would have been included in last year. At the board level, they decided to move to postpone that programming exercise and move it to 25 through 29. What that does is that leaves us with a couple of cases where 24 needs to be addressed. In this case, again, this is more of a formality to allow us to just do some programming for RTA items in the tip. So it's really more of a housekeeping agenda item. As it relates to the tip programming exercise that we just did, we will be reaching out and at the conclusion of this meeting, because it's not on the agenda, to address a formal tip amendment to get the 2024 items programmed as it relates to the FTA grant amounts. I hope that makes sense. Sorry, it's a little difficult to share without a visual aid. But in short, this is just the housekeeping budget items increased by 3%. These are all operational in nature and tend not to need to be reconciled until the end of the year. So doing it at this time is the last most expedient window that we have to do it. We would have loved to have done it before, but again, that postponement of the tip also postponed this exercise. So thanks everybody for understanding.
Does that answer your question? Any further inquiry on this?
Rio, Jonathan here. Just a quick question. So do these dollar amounts end up getting rolled into the tip when the tip is finally approved by regional council?
I'll point that question to Adam or Jamie.
I'll defer to Jamie. My understanding is this would be done through a tip amendment process, but Jamie, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yeah, I'm not so much questioning the process at this point. I'm just asking if the green figures are what get rolled into the tip when it does get updated.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any further lines of inquiry, Q&A? All right, hearing none, I'm seeking a vote to approve recommendation to continue with the sheet as shown.
Recommend for approval.
Recommend for approval.
I'll move it, Jonathan with Pima County.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it, Rhett Crownshield with City Tucson.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and look for a vote of acclamation. Are there any opposed? All right, hearing none, it looks like we're good to go on this one. And that concludes today's meeting. It was light and very short, so I'm thankful for everyone for making the time out of your schedules. And we'll see you at the next transit working group meeting. I move to adjourn.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
See you later.
Bye-bye.